thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's practice. I hope I got you hooked and wanting more. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, but first, why don't you just get in a nice comfortable seated position and start doing some nice deep breathing. My name's Dakota. I live in Portland, Oregon. I've been doing yoga for about 9 to 10 years. I started really getting into it during my yoga class in college with Jennifer Harbour, who I continued to study with at her yoga studio, Garden Street Yoga in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, where I'm from. I really enjoy her alignment teaching and just her style of teaching in general. So from there, I realized I really wanted to be a yoga teacher. I was inspired by her. So I set off to Rishikesh, India. I did an intensive 200-hour yoga teacher training where I learned vinyasa yoga, hatha yoga, meditation, philosophy, the anatomy of yoga, pranayama, which is breath control, and shat karmas. From there, I came back to Portland, and I've been studying under Rachel Stern for the last few years. She's from the People's Yoga and the Heart-Shaped Yoga. I adore her very much. She's taught me many things, and I've been cultivating my home practice, been doing a lot of studying, and I am no yoga master, but I do feel like I have a lot of knowledge that I would love to share with you guys. So I'm very thankful that you're tuning in and are open to learning some yoga. So with that, take a few more deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Continuing with some deep breathing, I'm going to teach you about the psoas muscle, which is one of the most fascinating muscles in the body because it's the only muscle that connects the front to back as well as the top to bottom of the body. So it starts, I'm going to use this to demonstrate the muscle. It starts in the back, connecting to your middle spine there, and then it wraps all the way around the hip joint, and then it connects down into the femur. So it's a very long muscle, and it's on both sides. So it'll be kind of like this. Bear with me here. Okay, so it comes up around the hip bone and attaches in the femur. So a lot of times we're tight here in this back area, and that could be or we're having pain in this back area, and that could be because we're tight in the groin hip flexor area. So today most of the poses are going to be either to relax the psoas, to stretch the psoas, or to strengthen the psoas. So with that, I have a whole stack of props today, but they're props I found from around my house. So hoping that you can find some similar. It's basically just pillows and blankets or books for blocks. So the first pose that we're going to start out is Supta Baddha Konasana. So you're going to take a pillow, lay it long ways on your mat, take a blanket, roll it up just slightly, put that at the very top of your pillow so that it can rest for your neck, and then you can either take blocks, books, or pillows to rest for your knees. So I'm going to show you the pose here. I'll show it with books first. You're going to take, if you need to pause and get your props, absolutely do so. You're going to take your books, your blocks, or your pillows on the sides of each legs. You're going to scooch your bum up to the bottom of your pillow, and you're going to keep your feet together, knees wide, and you're going to scooch your books or blocks up. I'm going to also show you with pillows. So basically you're supporting, pillows might even work better. That way you're not stretching the inner legs we're supporting them. And then you're going to lay back on your pillow and make sure your blanket is rolled for the neck so that you're nice and supported. Your hands can either come on your belly or out to your sides. So you're going to take some long, deep breaths in this position, closing the eyes and settling in. You shouldn't have a stretch going on in the inner thighs. You want this to be relaxing so that your psoas can just chill out. So if you need to scooch your pillows or books or blocks closer in so that your knees are supported more, then please do so. Make sure you're comfy here. We're going to be here for a few minutes. Settling in, arriving to your practice. Let your jaw go slack. Let your forehead release tension. Feel your diaphragm moving down on the inhale, expanding the stomach wide. And back up on the exhale, letting the stomach deflate. The psoas muscle is one of the muscles that emotions and trauma get stored in. So during this practice, during this relaxation right now, if any emotions come up, that's absolutely natural. Be okay with that. It's better out than in. If you feel like you're getting some little bursts of electricity in your groin area, it's your nervous system trying to relax, but it might be having a hard time because it's very rare that we actually become conscious in this area, bring awareness to this area. And so it could be kind of just in an uncomfortable space right now that it's not used to. That's totally normal. Just breathe into it. Slow and steady breath in, and slow and steady breath out. This is a really good pose to come to if you're feeling anxious and need to reset. When you're ready, place the feet flat on the floor and then extend the legs out. Extend the arms up overhead and give yourself a big stretch. Inhale fully and exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale fully. Exhale, sigh it out. Sighing it out loudly sends a message to your body that you're relaxing. You're letting it go. So release your props. Put them off to the side. Grab your blanket to support your knees. And we're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale to look up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Sit back, child's pose. Few deep breaths. Try to relax the psoas muscle. And gently come up. Release your blanket, come onto your back. If you want, you can have a blanket under your head to support your neck, but that's up to you. We're gonna do some of those same cat-cow movements, but on our back. So you're gonna inhale to arch the back, exhale round, tucking the pelvis. Inhale to arch, exhale round. Inhale to arch, exhale round. One more time, inhale to arch, exhale round. Now come into a neutral spine. We're going to practice that same thing we did yesterday with bringing the ribs to pubic bone and hip points in. So everything going to the midline. Inhale, fully release. Exhale, ribs to pubic bone, and then hip points come in. Hold that, inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Ribs to pubic bone tilts up to the midline, and hip points come in. We're not clenching, we're just gathering the stomach muscles to create a safe, stable foundation. Keeping your core nice and engaged. Bring your knees up. Hold your shins, squeezing the legs in, squeezing the knees in, and rocking side to side, massaging the low back. Few deep breaths. Place the hands on the knees and bring your knees in a circular motion, continuing to massage the low back. And the other way. And one more time. All right, place the feet flat on the floor. You can move your feet out to the outsides of your mat, and then let the knees fall to the left, windshield wipering your legs from left to right, left to right, left to right. This time letting your legs fall to the left and stay there. Reach your right arm up overhead and feel the whole right side body start to open up breath by breath. Picture how that psoas muscle was wrapping around. Try to create space by using your breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the opposite side. Left arm reaches up and over. Deep breaths into your left side body. You also will probably feel this in your quad. And inhale back to center. Hug the knees into the chest, this time placing your hands on the back of the thighs and starting to round the spine, rolling up and back, up and back. Continuing that massage of the back, and this time come to seated. You can sit on your blanket if that will be comfortable for you. Come to a cross-legged. We're going to stretch out the neck just a little bit. Start by tucking the chin, dropping the head, and very gently and slowly start to move your neck in a circular position, circular motion. You might feel little cricks and creaks, and go the other way, continuing to breathe. And look up. Right ear to right shoulder, very gently. Hands can be on the knees or down by your side, whatever's more comfortable. We're just starting to warm up, so you don't want to be ripping your head off your neck right now. Just starting to create space, breath by breath. And inhale, come up. Left ear to left shoulder. Deep breaths. And back up. This time, turn your gaze over to your right shoulder. Take your right hand and grab the back side of your left lower head area. Gently pull your head down towards your armpit. This is very gentle. You don't want to, again, rip your head off here. We're just trying to get into the back trapezius muscle. This might be a muscle that you've never really stretched before. It's kind of an awkward one to stretch, but it actually feels amazing, at least to me. It opens up a lot of energy that was stored in the body that has created a lot of tension. Deep breaths, being very gentle with your neck. I recommend doing these neck exercises every single day if possible. We store a lot of tension in the neck. Gently come up, very slowly. Deep breath. Gaze turns to the left. Left arm reaches up and over to the back of the right side of the head. Gently pull the head down to the armpit. Very gently, feeling the right trapezius muscles start to stretch and open up breath by breath. Breathing deep to send oxygen into the stagnant energy. Moving our vital force through the body. And gently release, coming back to center. Now place one hand on the chest, the other hand on top of it. Gently pull the skin down and lift the chin up, dropping the head back. We're getting into the front of the neck here. Again, this could be someplace you've never stretched before, so make sure you give yourself some self-compassion. If it feels weird or if it hurts, then ease off, absolutely. But again, we store a lot of our tension in our neck. You can gently drop One ear over to one side, just a little bit to get into the side of the front neck. And over to the other side. And gently back to center, release. Inhale, exhale, sigh it out. Let's do a couple more head rotations. Gently drop the head and give your neck a couple slow, gentle circles. And reverse. Staying with the breath. Last one. And gently come back to center. Chin just gently pulls back, elongating the back of the spine. Head reaches up. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. One more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Extend the arms out. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the elbows, warming up the shoulders a little bit. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Couple at your own pace. Last one. Bring the elbows together. It's okay if they don't touch. And start to rotate the shoulders, warming up the shoulder blades. One more this direction. And reverse. One more. And relax. Shake it out. Okay, come back onto all fours. You're welcome to use your blanket under your knees. Now instead of cat-cow, we're gonna just be rotating the hips. Getting into the side hip area. And reverse. You have little cracks and creaks, that's normal. And child's pose, hands can be front or back. Gently press up through the legs and come to standing. We're going to plug in through the four corners of the feet. So lift and spread your toes. Grounding all four corners in to the earth. Trying to acknowledge if there's more weight in the heels or the balls of the feet. And trying to get them balanced. Then place the toes down. You want your feet hip width. Slightly bend the knees. Tuck your tail, lift your belly, roll the shoulders up, back and down, and palms face forward. Core is nice and engaged, but nothing where you can't breathe. Close your eyes and take 4 deep breaths here. Try to reach out through the crown of your head, elongating the spine. Okay, and shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake everything out. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shaking is one of the best things you can do for your nervous system. Just let it all go. Okay, reach up, and you can't see my hands, but I'm gonna go on my knees. You can stay standing just so you can see me. Grab your your right wrist with your left hand. Reach up and over. Inhale, come up. Switch hands, up and over. And inhale, come back up. Hands to heart center. Inhale, raise arms up. Exhale, fold, bending the knees. You can place your blocks or books or pillows here for support. I'll put a pillow here. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Place the hands, step back, down dog. Excuse my shirt. Pedal out the legs. Spread the fingers wide. Make sure that your shoulders are externally rotated. Bend the knees, sit the hips back, and gently start to straighten the legs. They don't have to come to straight at all. The goal is to just feel the calves opening up. A lot of times our Achilles tendons get shortened because of the shoes we wear. All the shoes have a little heel lift in the heel, and so it shortens. So we're trying to counteract that by stretching that in down dog. Down dog may not be comfortable for you yet, and that's absolutely okay. Just breathe into it and know that it's benefiting your body. If it hurts, then you'll want to come out of it and come into child's pose or puppy pose, which is down dog arms, foot on your knees. Child's pose where you're seated all the way back. So from down dog, you're going to roll forward to plank. Tummy in. You can be on your knees, no problem. Slowly come forward and down. We're going to come into Sphinx pose, one of my favorites. Elbows under shoulders, hands spread wide. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Wiggle the hips. And breathe. Pressing down into the elbows. You don't want to crank the neck. You just want it to be chin slightly tucked back to elongate the back spine. Now come down, right hand on top of left, Makarasana, forward in the hands, wiggle the hips. 3 deep breaths. Now we're going to come into drunken frog. That is the actual pose name. I learned it in India. It's very silly, but it really gets into the psoas. So bring your left knee up to a 90 degrees, and your foot is going to be flexed and ankle in line with the knee. So you're going to stay on your belly. You can either have your head in your hands, or you can come up to Sphinx. Either way, whichever feels best for you. And we're just going to let that hip chill out and gently open up. Try to send your breath down into that left hip flexor, that left pelvic area, and that left bottom part of the psoas. If this hurts your knee, you can absolutely put your knee on a blanket. That feels a lot better. We're gonna stay here for about a minute longer, so just really start to tune into your breath and notice the sensations in your body. When you're ready, release the leg back down and switch sides. You can stay laying down and just do the other side. I just have a wall in my way, so I have to flip. Make sure your knee's in line with your hip, your ankle's in line with your knee, and your foot's flexed. If you feel like you want to come into Sphinx pose during it, give that a try. It's a little more intense. And try to relax the leg. Stay with your breath. One more minute here. When you're ready, bring the leg back down. Bring your hands down by your sides and press up and back. Down dog. On the inhale, you're gonna baby step the feet all the way up to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Few deep breaths here, letting the low back release, stretching the hamstrings. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Place the hands, step back, plank. Slowly come a little forward and then down, keeping the elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Make sure your hands are in line with your middle ribs. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Pivot your back leg coming into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Arms out. Picture the psoas muscle here, coming from the back all the way down into the leg. It's a great pose to strengthen the psoas. Deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, back arm lift, or drops, front arm lifts. Peaceful warrior. Feel the side body open. Notice your psoas strengthening here. You can feel it burn. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, side angle. Inhale, back up. Straighten the front leg. Both legs are straight now. Make sure the front quad is engaged, knees lifted up. Come forward and drop the front arm down to the leg. Back arm lifts, coming into Trikonasana triangle. Again, you can feel that psoas on the front leg, stretching and strengthening. Keep that quad engaged. And back up, bend the knee. Peaceful warrior one more time. Bend through the front knee. This time stay in peaceful warrior, but straighten the leg. Getting a really nice side stretch. And bend the knee, cartwheel the arms to the front of the mat. Take the back leg, meet the front leg, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Place the hands, step back, plank. Slightly come forward and down, elbows in. Untuck the toes, press into the hands, upward facing dog if that's available for you, or you can stay in cobra. In up dog, you don't want your traps to be up by your ears, you want them to be down. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg lifts. Step it through. Coming up to warrior 2. Back leg is facing parallel with the back of your mat. Front foot is, your heel is going to be in line with the middle of your back foot, the arch of your foot. Arms come out. You want your knee to be over your ankle. Deep breaths. Cultivating fire and heat and strength in the core. Inhale. Exhale, back arm drops, front arm lifts, peaceful warrior. Elbow to knee for side angle. Coming back up, warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Front arm reaches forward and down. Trikonasana triangle. Left quad is engaged, knees lifted up to create your safe and stable foundation for this pose. Bend the knee, inhale, come up. Peaceful warrior. Straighten the leg. Get a nice side stretch. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale. Cartwheel the hands down to your mat. Step back, down dog. Child's pose. Coming up, you're gonna sit on your butt. Get the butt flesh out from your sit bones. Bring the feet together in a diamond shape. Sit up nice and straight. And let the knees splay out, getting into the inner thighs. Sitting up straight might be enough. If you want a little more stretch, you could come forward for butterfly. Inhale up. Left leg extends out. Sit up nice and straight. And that's as far as we're going to go. I can already feel it here on this inner thigh. Deep breaths. Core is nice and tucked in. And switch. Breathing down into the pelvis, extending out to the leg. Now both legs come out as wide as comfortable for you. You can stay here nice and upright. Move the butt flesh out from under. You can feel how that grounds you more. You can either stay here, feels nice. I'm already feeling a stretch. Or you can come a little farther down. Feet flexed, deep breaths. Okay, bring the feet forward and rock them side, 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 side. Just shake them. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them. All right, coming down onto your back. Grab a pillow if you have one. You can put it under your knees and just lay back, letting everything go. If you feel strain in your low back during this, you can release the pillow and go into constructive rest, which is your knees, your feet out wide and your knees together. Like this. And that for me feels better on my low back. Few deep breaths, hands on the low belly, feeling the belly coming up on the inhale, expanding wide, and dropping down on the exhale. Bring the knees into the chest, hold them tight, rock side to side. Place the hands on the knees and roll the knees in a circular motion. Nice and slow. And the other way. Place both feet flat on the floor. Extend the right leg up and give it a couple bends and straightens. You can clasp the hands behind the thigh. Roll the ankle. Roll it the other way. Point and flex. And then cross your right ankle over your left knee. Bring the left leg towards you. Clasp the hands behind the left thigh, coming into eye of the needle. Let the jaw relax here, parting the teeth. Let the space behind the eyes relax. Release the hands, scoot the hips over to the right. Let the right foot come down on the left side, eye of the needle twist. Feel how this stretches that right hip, getting deep into that psoas muscle. Doing psoas work can be almost frustrating because it's uncomfortable for these emotions to come up. It's uncomfortable for this tension to be released. It's foreign or not used to it maybe. So just offer yourself some self-kindness and self-appreciation for doing the work, the inner work, the work that's often ignored but needed. On this inhale, fully expand your lungs, letting that right hip flexor really expand open. And exhale, slowly letting it go. Coming back up, bring both legs up, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them. Right leg comes down, foot flat on the floor, hands clasped behind the left thigh, and bend and straighten the leg. Rotate the ankle. Rotate the other way. Flex, point and flex, point and flex. And release the clasp. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh and bring the right knee up into the chest, clasping the hands behind the right thigh. Bring the legs as close to you as comfortable. Deep breaths. Maybe one side is tighter than the other. Just notice. Release the clasp. Let the right foot come down. Scoot the hips over to the left. And let the left foot come down on the right side. I have the needle twist on the opposite side. Your left hand can come, your arm can come straight out. Or I actually just like to kind of let it sit, rest on the hip. Sometimes I massage it. Just give it some love. This side is tighter for me today. Again, relax the face and focusing on your breath. On this inhale, expand the lungs to their fullest capacity, bringing space into the stomach, the hip, the rib cage. And exhaling, releasing that, coming back to center. Bring both legs up, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake the arms out. We're going to do one core exercise. Bring the knees into a 90 degrees. This is called dying bug. Arms come up straight, wrists in line with the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, we're going to gather the stomach muscles. And when we do that, we can feel the low back pressing into the earth. Keep that. Extend the right leg and the left arm out. Keeping the right foot flexed. The right arm stays. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left leg extends, right arm extends up overhead. Inhale, back to center, making sure that the low back stays on the ground and core stays gathered. Extend and back. Inhale to extend. Exhale, back. Do a few at your own pace. One more each side. Hug the knees into the chest and just squeeze. Rock side to side. Extend the legs out, the arms up overhead. Give yourself a big stretch. Inhale fully. Exhale, side out. Congratulations, you made it to Shavasana, where we get to relax and let everything go. Since you have pillows here today, I recommend putting some under your knees. You can put a pillow or a blanket under your head. And you can also cover yourself up with a blanket. Get as comfy and cozy as possible. And allow yourself this next couple of minutes to just relax. Let everything we just did integrate into the body. If this is uncomfortable for your low back, you can place the feet flat on the floor and knees knocked together in, feet wide, so that you're in that constructive rest. Deep breath settling in. We did a lot of work today, Psoas work, stuff that you may not be familiar with. So just be proud of yourself for having an open mind and for going through, sticking with. Your body will thank you later. We'll be here a few minutes and then I'll prompt you out of it. So just settle down into your Shavasana. Slowly begin to deepen your breathing. Invite a gentle wiggle to your fingers and toes, bringing life back into the body. And stretch your arms up overhead, giving yourself a big stretch. And when you're ready, placing your feet on the floor and rolling gently over to one side. Pausing here. With as little energy as possible, press up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me, for taking the time to do your self-work. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys. Enjoy your day.